Welcome
to our special 2014 World Cup corner. Former English international Gary Lineker once said, "Football is a simple game. 22 men chase a ball for 90 minutes and at the end, the Germans always win." This statement still stands true 24 years later. Bayern Munich midfielder Thomas Mueller scored a hat-trick to hand Germany an emphatic 4-0 win over 10-man Portugal in their World Cup Group G opener in Salvador on Monday. Paulo Bento's men were already 2-0 down when Pepe was sent off in the 37th minute for headbutting Mueller, leaving his team facing an uphill battle in the second half. In Group G's other game, the United States needed a late strike from substitute John Brooks to edge out Ghana 2-1 in Natal. Former Fulham striker Clint Dempsey and Ayew both netted before Brooks sealed the win with a perfect header. Now looking at Group G, and Germany is still top thanks to a better goal difference over the United States. Elsewhere, African champions Nigeria were held to a frustrating goalless draw by Iran in their World Cup Group F clash in Curitiba. Argentina still lead the show after their hard-fought 2-1 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina in Rio de Janeiro on Sunday. Disappointed Nigerian and Iranian fans watched helplessly as their teams played out the first goalless match of the 2014 World Cup in Curitiba. Iran stayed solid in defence throughout the 90 minutes, while Nigeria failed to dictate play, with forward Emmanuel Emenike squandering too many chances up front.
I think we played really badly, and the coach selection was bad. We didn't start the right players, and you don't play like this in the World Cup, so I think we're out.
This draw feels like a win. No matter what happens, Iran always wins. I hope we can get a result against Argentina now. Nigeria and Iran have still not won a game in this competition since the 1998 finals, after a lifeless encounter which will have only enhanced Argentina's hopes of securing top spot in Group F on trouble. The opening match of Group H sees Algeria lock horns with Belgium, a side touted by many as the dark horse to lift the World Cup trophy in Rio de Janeiro on the 13th of July. Elsewhere, Fabio Capello's Russia take on South Korea in Cuiabá. After missing the last two World Cups, Belgium come into this tournament as the favourites in their group and will be expected to get off to a flying start against Algeria in Belo Horizonte. Forward Romelu Lukaku should be fit to play, but Mark Wilmots has concerns over the injured Kevin De Bruyne, meaning Manchester United winger Adnan Januzaj could start up front. Algeria, meanwhile, have no major injury concerns ahead of the game, with strikers Riyad Mahrez and Nabil Djilas expected to feature in the starting lineup. Vaid Alilozic's men were the last African qualifiers, downing Burkina Faso 1-0 in the second leg of their playoff. The final match of the first round of World Cup group games takes place on Tuesday evening in Cuiabá between Russia and South Korea. Despite the absence of captain Roman Sirikov, who was ruled out of the tournament with a knee injury, Russian fans will take heart from the fact that their team finished an impressive 2014 qualifying campaign top of a group that also included Portugal. Elsewhere, South Korea coach Ong Myung-bo should have a fully fit squad to choose from. While South Korea may have the lowest ranking of the four teams involved in Group H, Coach Chol's teammates have had the most recent success, reaching the semi-finals in 2002 before making it to the round of 16 in South Africa 4 years later. The teams in Group A are back in action on Tuesday for their second match. Brazil and Mexico both won their opening games, and a win for either side here will all but guarantee them a place in the knockout stages. Brazil coach Luis Felipe Scolari is likely to name the same starting lineup that saw off Croatia, with Neymar and Fred leading the attack. Zenit St. Petersburg forward Hulk limped out of a training session on Sunday morning, but later announced he would be fit to start, while Mexico have no fresh injury concerns ahead of the match. The teams have met several times in the last few years, with Brazil winning in the Confederations Cup last year and Mexico coming out on top in the final of the 2012 Olympics. While Chicharito's teammates are expected to provide the hosts with tough opposition, Brazilian fans can take comfort in the fact that their team have won 22 of their previous 38 meetings with Mexico. In Group A's other game, Cameroon face Croatia in Manaus. Both teams have lost their opening games and are facing an early exit from the tournament. We might be wrong, of course, but we can't help ourselves but to give you our predictions for Tuesday's matches. You can leave comments and send us your own predictions on the social networks using hashtag #TheCornerScores. Belgium should have no troubles with Algeria, and we feel that the match will end 2-0 in favour of Eden Hazard's teammates. Euronews predicts Russia will outclass South Korea 3-1 in Cuiabá. And we also believe hosts Brazil will be too strong for rivals Mexico and tip them for a 2-0 win on home soil. The path to the World Cup demands intense physical training. With the competition now in full swing, players will have to push themselves while keeping in mind that even a minor injury could destroy a nation's dream of lifting the trophy. Players involved in Brazil know they have the opportunity to take their team to the top of world football, but intense physical preparation can't always prevent injury.
Compared with 10 or 15 years ago, football is faster, more powerful, stronger and more technical than it's ever been.
This underwater treadmill allows you to sprint without putting pressure on recovering joints and reduces the impact of your body weight by over 60%.
It's really a matter of trying to make sure that everything comes together at exactly the right time. So they need to be peaking in terms of their fitness, their work as a team together and their understanding of each other, and also their handling of the various different environmental factors.
4 years' work can be undone in a matter of seconds. This is why so many physiotherapists and nutritionists will also be playing a big part in Brazil, with their main concerns being the physical and the psychological well-being of their team's players. Well, that's it for today's 2014 World Cup Corner. We'll be here every day for the month-long tournament in Brazil.